Hola, beaches! E bianva freaking nido a pacho fantastico! Yo soy friggin' Fitzy, and we are going to have a fantastic show this week, celebrating another Patriots win, quarterbacked by La Cabra, El Chivo! I also have a little case of Gronkazuma's revenge, so I'm going to hurry up and give you the intro. We're going to celebrate the romp against the Raiders, preview the squishing of the fish after the turkey day, plus give you all the things we're thankful for, and so much more. So without any further taquito and paquito, I have no idea what I'm saying. Hey, let's go! It's time for Pat Show! Hit the music, you humps! Ay, 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 ay! Yes! Hola, mis amigos, friends of Foxborough, Pat's pals, football freaks, and gridiron geeks. We welcome you once again to Pat Show. I'm Nick Stevens, a.k.a. your old pal Fitzy, alongside the minister of Pat's propaganda, Mike Dussault, and it is on with the Pat Show, episode 114, Gronkazuma's Revenge. Oh, how about the win in Mexico City, huh? Estadio.
We're getting started right.
I feel like the air horn on our show at this point now is basically like the Vuvuzela from the World Cup a couple years ago. It is a sound effect that literally exists just to troll us.
Yes, it gets us fired up. We're ready to go.
It is the disastrous din of my very being. I love it to pieces. Huge win, mile and a half. They go from a kick-ass win a mile high in the sky in their own house of horrors in Denver, then make their way. They practice at altitude, a winning altitude for the Patriots. And they go down, they practice all week at the Air Force Academy, make their way down to Mexico City. And it just seemed like a Pats party right from the get-go. From the opening kickoff, it seemed like these were teams. Remember like a year ago we heard this game was going to happen in the preseason, like, oh man, this is almost like the AFC Championship we thought we were going to get last year, pre the Derek Carr injury. So this game was supposed to have all sorts of juice. I'm not going to say Yugo. I'm not that. I mean, all right, enough with the bad Spanish and all the Spanglish. That's enough of that. I've burned it out entirely right now. Yeah. I thought this was going to be such a better game, but the Raiders have been so inconsistent this year, and the Patriots are on such a roll right now that right from the get-go, as soon as the Raiders missed their first third down, one of them, I don't even know what is Spanish for unconscionable amount of drops. The Raiders just crapped the bed all day. The Pats did what they do, seized the opportunity. The Raiders were missing ops. The Pats capitalized. And the game, when it was 14-0, the game was over. It may as well at that point just turned into a drinking contest, or we all just sort of turned to the attention we had at whatever Pats party you were at, because it was over.
Yeah, I feel like this was like the perfect example of like, why are the Patriots been so good over the last, 17 years now? I mean, this game is such a great example. And I mean, the game was won last week. You just look at the preparation, it's like, what the hell were the Raiders doing? They were completely unprepared. You're looking at guys not even halfway through the first quarter being like, I need to get a breath. I mean, the Raiders were gassed in the first quarter. And the Patriots, from their preparation to what happened on the field, it was just exhibit A of why they're so good. They were prepared. They practiced at altitude. They were ready to go fast right off the bat, and that instantly put the Raiders. Now, so you talk about, oh, well, the Raiders had all these drops. Yeah, but guess what? That's part of, like, the preparation. They were not prepared to play. The Patriots were. You have a team that's ready to go. They're not going to have those drops. So you can't really, like, sell me, like, oh, the Patriots got lucky. They were completely prepared to play, and they showed why they're so good.
Exactly. And I should also mention to you guys that this, in our recap of Raiders-Patriots, is also known as the post-shift post-game, and it's brought to you by our good friends at Jack's Abbey Craft Lagers. Hey, it's the post-game. Grab a post-shift Pilsner today, or, like our boss Ian, for breakfast. 16 ounces of celebration at a time, baby, right here. This is a good one. Actually, I brought some of this to I'm actually bringing some Jack's Abbey to the in-laws as their celebratory ale for Thanksgiving.
I was inspired by our wonderful sponsor, Jack's Abbey, and I got my first batch of Jack's Abbey. I got an IPL. I'm not really a big beer nerd, but these guys talk about it all the time, so I had some during the game, so I don't want to maybe put two and two together.
Yeah.
It was wonderful beer and a wonderful Pats win, so it's,
Seriously, I know. I enjoyed a little Kiwi Kiwi which is the that's like a double IPL.
This is beer show. We're getting into the beer show.
Oh, this is beer show. And what's wrong with that? No problem with that. Yeah. So the Raiders were the Raiders. The Raiders played the most 2017 Raiders game possible.
Yeah.
Getting down at the end of the first half, trying too hard, getting the ball punched away by Flowers when Jones had wrapped up Seth Roberts.
So Patriots.
Not making, going for it on fourth down and calling a super predictable run right up the middle when you've got guys like Washington and Rashard you could flick the ball out with. Or I don't know, maybe I think Marshawn Lynch still really wants to get one hard charging yard against the Patriots from a couple years ago. They don't do that. Amari Cooper does the fabulous Mr. Cooper and disappears once. He's a better magician than wide receiver at this point. That guy is he's the David Blaine of talented first-round wide receivers. Just disappears on a moment's notice. Yeah. Crabtree seemed completely disinterested.
Yeah. Wow.
Their defense has tons of holes. They've got one good player on defense at this point now. They've got
Khalil Mack.
Jeez. Today on Dad's Show, why you should sleep before you go Facebook Live. And then the Pats, Cooks was just, people talked about they thought this was going to be Cooks week because they only had 3 starting corners. There was no real experience back there. They jumped him.
What does Jack Del Rio say to his team anymore? He's just gotten shredded by Tom Brady so many times, and every time it's so predictable, and you just you want to think that at some point he'll be maybe we should do something a little different this time. But every single time going back, I don't know, to the 2007 AFC divisional game where I think Brady was 26 or 28.
26 or 28.
Something crazy.
Was that a Del Rio coach team with Mike Smith? Wait, no, Mike Smith was the coach, and Del Rio was the defensive coordinator, right?
Back then, yes.
Yeah, back in the 2007 divisional round. Yeah.
Okay.
26 or 28. He's 9-1 against Del Rio.
But what does he sell his team? I know, exactly. I think that one of the wins might have been with the Denver. But what does he sell his team during the week? It's all right, guys. I got the answers to the test.
I know Belichick thinks he's super smart, okay? Practicing at altitude all week so his team can acclimate to these challenging, unique conditions. But what we're going to do is stay at sea level all week and then fly in. And then
the night before the game.
Yeah, the night before the game. And then we're going to order drinks from the hotel with ice in them so that we're completely exhausted when we shit all over ourselves on national TV. It was just...
It's not surprising.
It literally looked like a mediocre college team against a really good pro team.
Yeah.
And this is the Raiders.
Yeah.
That's Derek Carr. Last year, he was in the MVP discussion. Crabtree's a great receiver. Amari Cooper's a first-round talent. Marshawn Lynch is an all-time running back, and they had nothing.
Yeah, they were just done. It was, you could tell that halfway through the first quarter, they were done.
And on the day, Brady goes, talk about just another mediocre day from old Cliff Brady himself. God, this guy is so over the hill, so overrated. 30 for 30 set, done. I'm done with him. They should have shipped his ass off to San Francisco and kept Garofalo, right? 30 for 37, 339, 3 touchdowns. Without trying.
It's good.
Without even trying. And by the way, they should play more games at 7,300 feet because his deep ball was just, reposado.
Those 2 Cooks catches. You promised.
Mezcal. Hey, arroz con gotio.
Yeah, we're gonna look at one of the Cooks plays on the breakdown zone. Later. But what a great dimension to the offense that they have now with him and how he's coming around. And we talk so much about the balance of, wow, they could do so much with the running backs and the tight ends. And really, this game felt more like it was just Dion Lewis, Brandon Cooks with a sprinkling of Amendola when he was needed. So you kind of saw where Brady's trust is lying.
Just a kiss of Burkhead.
Just a kiss
and he had that one little fumble, and you could tell you knew the carries were going to go down at that point.
So Burkhead, it's a one little fumble with Burkhead. You're a Burkhead apologist.
Rex didn't mean it, okay? Rex has promised me. Rex has told me he's not going to come home drunk anymore, okay? Rex has told me it was an accident. Rex didn't mean, okay?
He took a little bit of a step back this week, but But Dion Lewis, I mean, remember everybody's like, hey, Dion Lewis is trade bait.
Wasn't that hilarious when everyone was like, hey, this is Hot Take Sports Radio, Boston sports station. We're miserable all the friggin' time. This just in, the Patriots are going to cut Dion Lewis, then trade him, then kill him this week. We'll take your reactions and then tell you why you're stupid after this break. God, I mean, look, the guy is turning into the MVP of the offense. The same offense that has Gronk, the same offense that has Tom Brady, the same offense that has Brandon Cooks, who I think right now is either second or third in yardage in the NFL.
Yeah.
And after a massive game, he had a 52-yarder and a 64-yarder.
It's just crazy. We're going to do the 52-yarder, but he's fast. And I mean, and even on the play we'll show you, the 52-yarder, they had two guys on him, and he just went
straight by him.
Right in between both of them. And, Brady, it's 7,000 feet altitude. We're just like, here you go.
Speed
50
kills,
yards.
man.
So it's a huge bonus. I mean, it's not like the old offense where we're going to just stuff the line of scrimmage and, make it tough for your guys to get off the ball and force you to play deep. You can't do that to them anymore.
Look at the poor Raiders. They had to worry about Gronk because they had a kid, a UConn kid, a Mass native who had played 7 snaps before. Yeah. Oblada, or whatever the hell his name was.
He was the one trying to tap out early on.
Like, I can't feel anything, coach. Nothing. He's got to handle Gronk. Martellus is actually out there catching balls now. Dwayne Allen, watch out. Get out of the way of the Dwayne Allen Express, man. He's caught a ball 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
He's feeling it. You got the 3 running backs. They don't even need Gillisley. He's a healthy scratch 2 weeks in a row now. And Hogan will be coming back, if not this week, maybe after Thanksgiving. And Money Mitch put on Instagram yesterday, that he's pointing towards a comeback. I mean, they always say the Patriots don't really know who they are until Thanksgiving or so, right? And they play their best football in November. And we all freaked out about it, and true to form, right on script, scheduled perfectly, the Patriots are playing their best football at the right time, clearly establishing themselves. If it's not Pittsburgh Patriots in the AFC Championship, then what the hell happened, and why didn't we see it coming?
And it's like 5 games in the AFC East and Pittsburgh. That's what you have left. And I mean, after this game, you just want to be. Can we just shut it down? Let's just shut it down.
Can we just wait until early
We'll just
January?
Pick it up when we go to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh comes to Foxborough. I'll say that. But outside of that game, the last 2 maybe not meaningful. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, personally, I like to have good games to get excited about. Like, we got to play Manning next week, or that kind of stuff. Now it's just like, well, we're going to hammer the Bills twice. We're going to hammer the Dolphins twice. The Jets are going to be totally out of the playoffs by then.
Just hold on. We might want to pump the brakes there on the Pats clobbering the Bills. I mean, we still have Nathan Peterman to prepare for. I mean, the kid who in his first start was able to throw more picks in a half against the Los Angeles or Carson or soccer pitch Chargers than Tom Brady has thrown since he turned 39.
Still a record, dude.
It is. It's an impressive record. Listen,
setting.
records outsell CDs now. I appreciate records, man. Nathan Peterman went 6 for 14 in the first half against the Chargers, threw 5 picks, and Brady has thrown 4 picks since he turned 39.
Tom is better than him.
It takes skill to throw a pick once every 2.8 passes. I'll tell you, it's not easy. It is not easy. And only one of them was a tipsy doodah. The other 4 were straight up thrown to the Chargers.
I don't get why. Why would you switch your
Because you're the
quarterback up?
Bills.
It's just so stupid. Just stick with a guy and let him
Bills
make
being
some
Bills.
mistakes and ups
Think
and downs.
about how many crotches were lit on fire, how many tables were jumped through in Bills Mafia land.
I mean, is there not
just so
one
that Bills
every
fans would
single
feel
week?
better?
Every single week, there's a stupid Bills Mafia video of somebody falling off a table into a fire in the pregame. Like every single time, it's like here.
Somebody
this week,
pulling a
Bills
Billy
Mafia.
Crudup from Almost Famous, like, I am a golden god,
I know,
and then they just jump into a pool of cheese,
right.
and then somebody hits them with Negan's bat, and they light themselves on fire, and they're like, tailgating.
I think we need a new segment here on Pat's show for This Week in Bills Mafia, people getting maimed. I mean, that's we would have an endless supply of video to run.
That would make for some great Twitter or media. Awesome segue alert.
Segue.
Speaking of great tweedia, it's time for the best of your Twitter, your Instagram, and so much more with the best of Pat's Tweedia. And by the way, just as we scour the internet for the best of your Twitters, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, and so much more, please, during the show at any time, Ask us a question in the comments section. Hit us up, and one of these fine people, or maybe one of these comfort dogs that we keep on set, will bring over the questions, and we will happily answer for them. Answer you. All right, got it. Nice. All right, ask a question. We'll try to answer.
We have
nice job.
we have a question if you want.
We do already.
Before
Great.
we hop right in.
Before we hop in, let's do it.
From our friend Scott Bellata, he says,
Got it.
Fitzy, he doesn't care for my opinion. Do you think it's possible to run the table
Nobody
the
really
rest
does.
of the way, or will there be a bump in the road?
I got them at 5-1 the rest of the way.
They're going to lose to Pittsburgh?
They are going to lose. They're going to lose to Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh,
And then beat Pittsburgh.
and then they'll
in the
have to
AFC
beat
Championship.
Pittsburgh. I think they can. I mean, I think they can beat Pittsburgh right now. Pittsburgh. What am I? Scared
Depends
of?
on which Pittsburgh
Juju
team shows
Smith-Schuster. No, I mean Pittsburgh's good. They're good. The defense is better. Here we go. There's. Come on through. There we go. Therapy dog. Thank you.
Dogs are great.
Yep.
Dogs are great.
It'd
on
be
TV.
awesome if we just did like a star wipe every time. Or just like or we do like a desert wipe like in Star Wars.
I think with our new switcher, we can actually do a star
totally
wipe.
can.
I don't know.
Well, no, this is 2017. This is like, you know, you can take your kid to a bar, just, you know, like, and have, a glass of afternoon mom juice the same way that, you know, TV shows should be dog friendly. Who cares?
Yeah,
It's a comfortable family environment. This is a judgment-free zone. All bets are off when the Patriots win, okay? I think they can run the table, yes, but I still got them going 5-1. I see them at 13-3.
Okay.
And if they don't lose to Pittsburgh, I don't think that they're going to. I could see 14-2. I don't see them losing to either game to the Bills. I don't see them losing.
Nathan Peterman does?
Tyrod Taylor. I don't see them obviously losing to the Jets at home. So
All right.
looking good. All right. I think you found this one.
Yeah.
And, testament to the effort they put forth Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, no best DT,
Yep.
best OL,
Debatable.
but still very good. Starting center, yes. Second best wide receiver, yeah.
Hey,
Rowe,
did
yeah.
Karras play center and Tooney played left guard or
Yeah,
switcheroo?
Karras played center. I mean, it did, you know.
Did you notice
I
anything?
mean, no. I
Looked
mean,
the
you
same
know,
size
that's-
guy, same dude. Could have been
You didn't
Andrews
even
and
notice.
Karras. No,
I mean,
could have been.
You know, half the fans you talk to don't even realize
No.
David Andrews didn't play.
No.
So
Sorry, David Andrews.
You know, but it just shows. I mean, and it's just crazy because even when you had in the game, you had Gilmore getting dehydrated. You had my old friend.
Shocker, first guy that went
Badamosi.
out. Yeah.
I know.
Gilmore.
Do you think Brady looks at those guys getting dehydrated and is like, I wrote a
Guys,
whole book
There's
about
a
this?
it's available. The TB12 shop is right around the frigging corner. Just read the effing book and you guys will understand. It's only $15. Look, I'll give you you know what? I'll give you the company card. I'll give you 20% discount. Fine. Just go get his magic hydrating drops. Drink it.
Electrolytes.
Put his electrolytes
He's
in your
throwing
NeuroSafe. No concussions, no dehydration,
know.
nothing.
Pajamas.
Go home, eat a spirulina taco, have some avocado sex with your wife, and you're good to go.
Yeah, he did return.
all you
though.
need, all right?
Gilmore returned, and so did Amendola. So you know, but
Right.
Amendola, I'm a little more disappointed in. I mean, he's been around this stuff for a while now.
Right?
Come on, Danny.
I know, right?
drink some
Wow.
water.
Things have to be really good in Pats Nation for us to be pissing and moaning about our biggest complaint about the game. Oh, they only won by 25. Amendola getting dehydrated. Good Lord. Yeah, we are a bunch of. We're the worst. We're the Patriots. I've admitted for a lot. I own the fact that we're the worst, and we're the best at being the worst. And that's
Yeah.
what makes us awesome. We're Pats fans. We apologize for nothing.
Said the guy wearing a shirt specifically just to troll.
I literally, I have the trolliest shirt in the history of the world. Well, it's our Thanksgiving episode. Name a better Thanksgiving memory than the butt fumble. It's literally, it really is. It should just say troll. Even, and I'll mention this, and we'll get into the things we're thankful for later. But right now, this week on ESPN, I think I posted it to the Pats fan Facebook page. If you haven't read it yet, do it. It's the oral history of the butt fumble, and it is just, it's so wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so good. Next.
Get some video.
Oh, that's right. We got some video next in the tweet, huh?
There you go.
Yeah, look at that.
Yo soy fiesta.
This was one of the best gifts. Yo soy fiesta. Look at Gronk just. I mean, how did they make that quickly? And the touches are perfect. You got the sombrero, the maracas, you got the piñata, and the fact that Belichick has the most interesting coach in the world mustache, and he has the tiny guitar. It
You know,
makes
I
it
just
even more
realized,
perfect.
Nick, is that, you know, this is old game footage. I think this was the Colts game from a few years ago. You got Tim Wright down there.
That's right.
Oh my
You got
God.
Belichick
Oh my
in a gray hoodie.
Right. Oh, no, totally. This is after. Was this after he threw Sergio Brown out of the club, or was this after he scored
might
a touchdown?
Might have been that game. It might have been the same game.
Because there was that one touchdown he scored where he refused to be
yeah.
denied
Yeah.
and like went airborne into the end zone. I think this is after
That
that.
was
yeah.
it. That was it. You're right.
Yeah, and his tongue is a little green for my liking there, but
Yeah.
that's fine. That's why again.
It's Brady's electrolytes. He's doing
Right, he
he's
needed
doing
the
it right.
electrolytes. All right, next up.
Hola,
Yo soy Steven Bomkowski! Oh, si, senor! And that is how you has to trabajo before the half.
All right, I had to look up, before I did that video on Instagram, I had to look up what do your job was in Spanish. God bless Google, by the way. God bless the internet. You can type in anything and just say in language, and then it just pops right up. So you can put out a semi-offensive, mildly racist Instagram at the end of the half after your kicker makes an altitude-enabled 62-yard field goal that was good from 72, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a bomb. There will be no further bitching about Gostkowski after the Sunday he had.
He's mellowed out, you know, he's hitting everything, so let's just hope, you know, because now how many meaningful kicks are there going to be between now and then? Hopefully not too many, but we'll see in the playoffs.
Yeah, man, he's on a roll. He's right back to where I feel like this is the best he's been kicking.
You don't
in
even
the
think
last
about
couple
it
years.
anymore. You're not
No.
even like,
No.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be good, and he crushed it.
Yeah. It's good
Wouldn't Blair
confidence
Walsh
builder.
have loved to have borrowed a yard or two of that last night? Sorry, Seattle. All right, next up. Yes, I love the fact that Ryan Hannibal from WEI pointed this out. In the last 6 games, the Patriots defense, which is coming around, no more bitching about Gostkowski and no more bitching about the defense. They're holding their opponents to, get this, Pats fans. Ted Wells, take note. Patriots are only giving up 12.5 points a game. I guess they're fully inflated. I hate me too.
Walking right into that
I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, someone had to take, what is it? Oh, of course, somebody took the score. Patriots scored 33, the Raiders scored 8, 25, Atlanta blew. Boy, talk about just like the trolling will never end.
No, I know.
Poor Atlanta. No.
I can't even keep track of it all.
We'll get to the best Atlanta tweet in the history of Twitter ever in a few tweets. Next up. Yeah. How many different guys? Okay,
I know. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
I know where you're going right
Belichick, that's why I wanted to include this one. That is one of the top 5 Belichick lines.
Right.
If you do a good job.
Oh yeah, nobody works harder than. I think like my dream is to have Bill Belichick. Just nobody blogs harder than Mike. You know, like that would I would die and go.
Oh my God! If we ever meet and he tells me like nobody makes more offensive, ridiculous YouTube videos about the Pats than Fitzy, I swear to God.
I think we need to do like an investigative report where we camp out in front of the stadium and we actually see like who gets there at what time, in what order, because there must be a battle to be like who was the first one there, like who was really the first one there.
There's a security camera, the same one that Dorito Dink magically disappeared from a couple years ago. But there's a security guard who monitors all the video and has to refresh the hard drives every 24 hours.
Yeah.
Who probably could go back.
We could get him on Pat's show.
And he could add up all the hours spent. And I would love to know if Ted Karras actually has spent the most time at the facility. That is one of my favorites.
It's his favorite.
I love that the two of us saw this and we're like, yeah, we got to talk about this because this has become one of Belichick's
it's like
compliment crutches.
It's like the nobody works harder list, and then you're like, are there like those guys who are like, well, a few people work harder than him. Like,
right.
You know, he doesn't quite do it all, but you know, it's good enough for me.
Next. Video. Here we go, more video. Jerry Thornton pointed this out. This basically is Patriots versus Raiders explained, as he tweeted, and it is. In the Patriots owner's box, this GIF is so terrifying and so wonderful. I could watch it on a loop. In the Pats owner's box, you have father and son, both resplendent in their dress shirts and their ties, and then you have the son of Crypt Keeper, who is just open mouth eating pepitas or something, and then just look at like he literally looks like right before the guy who's like. The guy in Raiders who like has the metal burned into his hand, like right before his face melts when he looks at the Ark of the Covenant. That's what Mark Davis looks like. Yeah. And this is the man with his $8 bowl cut that an entire franchise is going to follow to Las Vegas. I'm calling it right now. Over under 18 months. Dead of cocaine and hookers when they move to Vegas. Doesn't even live. If the Raiders win the Super Bowl in 2022, he does not live to see it. No chance. Lives in tracksuits. God bless him. Nice point from Darren Ravel, who everyone says you have to delete your life. I don't know. Every now and again I like this. This was the roughest view. What were they expecting that there's barbed wire in the stadium?
Yeah.
Apparently, look, there's a moat too, so it makes it harder for fans to jump out of the stands and charge the field.
It's for the gladiators when they do the gladiator fights there. That's still
right. I'm just glad people were worried because it is Mexico City. I don't know if you've heard, Mexico's going woo. And security was very high. People were concerned. I really wanted to go. I heard the parties all weekend were awesome.
Yeah.
Would have been great to go down there and make a fan in the street video. I really wish I could have gone. But some people were concerned that security wouldn't be adequate. Did you hear of any incidents? I heard of nothing. I had a guy from the radio station that I work at went down and talked to fans.
Yeah.
Had the time of his life.
That's great.
Time of his life.
The
By and large, great fan experience.
Yeah.
What do you think about, by the way, real quick, the whole idea of more football in Mexico versus more football, like they say we want to go to China, or there's 3 games a year. China!
Well, it makes the most sense. I mean, it makes the most sense in terms of all of the
awesome.
the
That's
travel,
shoplifting.
the time change. It makes sense, and there's hugely passionate Patriot fans down in Mexico,
Right.
and there are fan groups as well as Brazil. It's like, I mean, of all the web traffic I get,
Can
it's
you
like
imagine
Brazil is huge Patriot fans.
If they played a Pats game in Brazil.
Oh yeah, it would be nuts. And
That would
Giselle,
be.
they probably like float Giselle out on a cloud. I know, that's the perfect time.
What a genius idea.
Or they would let her or they would let her like walk the ball out for like she would walk the
yeah.
coin out, as my buddy
Yeah.
Georgie Kipp, who I make the Shit Pats Fan Say videos with. Giselle, she's like the best walker ever. $500 million to be a beautiful,
Yeah, she gets paid for
bronzed,
it.
muscular, gorgeous power walker.
Yeah.
God bless her.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Oh, best
I don't
picture.
I don't even know what it is about. It's not like it's that complicated a picture. He just looks.
No, I know.
Sorry, he just looks freaking
Jessica
awesome.
Rinaldi Globe staff, we should give credit,
Yep.
to the photographer who took just a great shot.
Yep.
I mean, it does. It looks like it's about to be a cage match to the death.
Right, it does. And the picture was sent out in loving manner by our friend Jennifer Kinville, who goes by @JenniferEffect, from New Hampshire, who also made me these fabulous. Well, yeah, let's get our close up of those. These are my Mr. Rogers Pats-tastic shoes. She custom paints shoes. I don't even know. What was that?
That was
What
that was the child we keep locked in the.
Oh, they're so pretty. Yeah, they are gorgeous. Disembodied voice, everybody. Look at these shoes. She'll custom make shoes for you, too, if you want to, so you can hit her up with those. But, yeah, man, that picture, you just looked at, just like you walking in there, you just imagine the cheering and the music playing.
Oh, yeah.
He just looks like, he looks like Prince Oberyn.
These guys
Like,
just look so fired up
From
too.
that
Like they're
episode.
so excited to see him right there.
That's-
Because it was like you had to walk. Like, did you
I
see
love
any of those
the-
things
I
where
love
it's like,
the long walk.
It's like
I
a
love,
walk
like, the
through the
pomp and
stands
circumstance.
up to the thing. I know it's crazy.
instead of
That's
them
kinda cool.
disappearing out of that, I
Yeah.
love the fact that, like,
Right.
yes, here they come,
right
our
through the
competitor.
fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a lot of, you know what?
Yeah.
This game had all 15 pieces of flair.
Yeah. There you
Put
go.
it that
There
way.
you
There
go.
was
There
all
you
the
go.
flair and then some in this game. Next up, Jimmy.
yeah.
Jimmy, our boy Jimmy Dunn. Jimmy. This was just in the award this week for the most Boston tweet, Patriots in Mexico edition. A Pats fan wearing a luchador mask. There'll be Robin Banks and Southie wearing these next week. Can't wait. Bravo, Jimmy. That is mwah. Good gravy. Top tweet. And finally, after the game,
Yeah.
Pats kicked their ass. The Dolphins, who, by the way, the Dolphins that were supposed to challenge for the AFC East this year so far have they're 4-6, and they have an over negative 100-point differential on the season. And they're coming up to Foxborough after Thanksgiving in November, cold Sunday, probably Matt Moore.
Yeah.
17-point underdogs.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
See, but
17
that's like,
points.
those games, I feel like it's going to be like, they're going to like get the first score or something, and you're going to be like, wait a minute, this isn't the blowout I expected. And you know what I mean? And then all of a
Right.
sudden you have like manufactured tension when you're thinking they should win by
Right.
17. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
I don't know. But at the same time, I'm not against Murph. I'll take the Pats in the over.
Yeah. I can't.
Although I would have taken Pats in the over last Sunday. The over-under was 52. I thought the Raiders were good for 20 and the Pats would have
Yeah.
gone for like 35 or 38.
Right.
And Oakland just S the
Play
B.
bad football.
Bad football.
Yeah, let's have
talk
some.
to
I got
fans.
some questions.
Let's
yeah.
take questions and good comments. Andrew Dickinson. As far as I can tell, we may be playing against the Bills for the division in 2 weeks. Is this the earliest this has been done? Wow. Andrew, I am sorry. I don't know how much tequila you drank on Sunday, buddy, but there is no chance we'll be playing the Bills for
A
the
lot of
division.
folding tables will die at that.
Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? Pete Enright. The Pats are getting better every week. Do you believe now, Nick? Yes, I do, Peter. We are going to the big show again this year. I can't wait. Our pal Adam Cormack, otherwise known as Uncle Buck, enjoyed himself some Jack's Abbey and said his kiwi was rising too on Sunday. Hey-o. Nailed it.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Dickinson, who drunk commented earlier, says, well, the F1 teams got robbed at gunpoint a couple of weeks ago. So
In Sao Paulo.
in Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
Oh,
in Brazil.
Like
Okay.
actually several times.
What? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's rough. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh my God, Ed Casey, guys, this is the best part of my work week. Love the show. Thanks for watching at work. I love where you work that they let you watch. Thank you, Aaron. You should be allowed to watch more Facebook Live and talk more Pats at work. That would be a great place. Well, you are supposed to do your job. How's to trabajo? All right, and that was the Jack's Abbey Craft Loggers post-shift post-game. And now, let's
very
review
exciting.
one of your favorite plays, what you believe to be one of the most important plays from the game, in another great segment here on Pat's Show, the Electro Breakdown Zone. But it's no ordinary Electro Breakdown Zone.
What's special about it?
This week, it's sponsored. That's right. We got some sponsors up in this piece now. We bonafide, Daddy. We bonafide. That's right. This week, the Electro Breakdown Zone. Everyone loves it when you take a random line from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, right? Well, we are a couple of men of constant sorrow, so I can't stop. Oh, my God. I got no sleep. This week, the Electro Breakdown Zone is brought to you by our good friends at Energizer. Energizer Ultimate Lithium. Now, that's right. The Pat Show Air Troll is powered by Energizer Ultimate Lithium. Did you know, Mike, and I am not reading this from a page. I was hoping you would keep the graphic up longer. They have a leak-resistant construction, and they are 33% lighter than alkaline batteries. A Larry Bird lighter than average alkaline batteries.
A Dion Lewis.
A Dion Lewis, if you will. Yeah. A McCourty +1.
A Kevin Falk.
That's right. Falk, yeah.
We can do 33 jokes all day.
Now, to ensure your gaming session is not interrupted, power it with a reliable controller operated at peak performance using Energizer Ultimate Lithium batteries, the #1 longest lasting AA batteries. In fact, Mike, even show them that our Electro Breakdown board.
I know, they're very exciting. Before we knew it was meant to be, because if you look here in the thing, we got our Energizers right here. Yeah.
Look right there. See?
Very exciting.
Got Energizers right in there.
Yeah.
See, yeah. Mike, find your light. There you go.
Right there.
Yeah, look at that right there.
There it is. Right. Oh, that's cool.
I love now that we've got the special.
All right,
My
Nick.
name is Fitzy. You booed my Tom Brady. Prepare to die. I love it.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't either, but it's kind of fun. Also, by the way, guys, on the Pat Show Facebook page, there's a little bit.ly, a bit.ly, where you can go and buy those batteries. So buy them so we keep getting sponsors for the show, and we can keep people like, what's his name, Jones, who's watching at work enjoying the show. So thanks very much, buddy. Here we go.
Yeah.
Or keep everyone's Kiwi rising.
So
now,
here we go. We're gonna do right here the big pass play. The brain
What's up
cooks.
with that camera angle? It's ruined the game.
It's right down there. I love
that's
it.
right.
It's perfect.
That's right.
Right?
I love. Look at this on Pat Show. We basically got like the
real
Thursday Night
Raiders
Football
guys
Madden angle
and
now.
everything.
Look at this.
It's very exciting. Very exciting. We're growing here.
You want some of this, don't you? Yeah. I know.
All right, can we be serious for a second? No.
Right, finally. All right.
I'm trying to diagram a play here.
All right, host Jones. I'm the former player. Now tell me exactly what the Patriots brought.
This is a great play, though, and I think it's fun to kind of show how the offense is evolving a little bit. This is now a Brandon Cooks 52-yard reception. It came, Pats are up 7-zip. They've got.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know. The deep ball. Brady's got to work on his deep ball. We need a shutdown corner
Yeah.
and a deep threat, Mike. I don't know.
Exactly.
Brady's deep ball's been looking pretty bad.
This will show you what happens, but I think interesting thing to point out here. So it's a first down, and the Patriots come out, and we have 3 tight ends, which you weren't really doing before. You got Martellus.
Yeah, we do.
Martellus Bennett came in, so you have 3 guys now that you kind of roll out there. Now Dwayne Allen's on the middle, and I know he's starting to come around. We mentioned him earlier.
2 weeks in a row with a catch.
Very exciting. But what he showed here
Can't
was
run
his
with the
blocking.
dwell and get up on the sidewalk.
His blocking was really what was key on this one. Who on our friend Khalil Mack, who was the one good player they had, right?
The one good player on defense, yeah.
So if you look at this package when they come out, you're thinking it's probably going to be a run, right? It's first and 10, start of a new drive on the 20. No, the Patriots now they're going to go play action to Rex Burkhead. They're going to keep Dwayne Allen in to help block Khalil Mack, and they're going down the field. So what we have here is our friend Brandon Cooks, who is actually getting double teamed by 2 guys, this cornerback and this safety. They're going to bracket him going right up the seam, but it is not enough because he is too fast. Comes right up here, 52 yards. Brady lays it right in there perfectly. And
Too many cooks.
yeah, too many cooks. Too many cooks. Deep catches are.
No,
Brandon.
Brandon.
What the heck?
Brandon.
No.
Now, this is interesting, too, because everything about this play would probably say, like, pitch right,
Yeah.
student body right, pitch right. or maybe a little play action, like something short over the middle where they would block
Exactly.
and clear out the middle.
Exactly.
Why would they possibly go with the one? What is it? What is this? Is this called like 13 personnel or I don't know?
Okay, well, the personnel is you do the one is the first number is the number of tight ends, and the second number is the number of running backs. So you have here.
Oh, this is 31
you got-
then.
So this is 13 personnel. One running back.
One running
three
back,
tight
13.
ends.
So this is 13 personnel.
13
okay.
personnel,
And
which is rare. You know, so you got one wide receiver. He's the only wide receiver, and
Mm-hmm.
it just when were the Patriots able to do this ever before? Never really.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just to show you kind of how they come out. They show a power run, and they're going to send him just flying. So
Right.
it's
And the way Cooks
it's
is
exciting.
coming around and what he did in New Orleans and what he's now able to do in Foxborough, it still does make you want to ask, just like, what was the reason why? Were they that content
Yeah.
with Michael Thomas and Willie Snead and Coleman
Yeah.
that they were willing to let him go? Did they get they hadn't drafted out Kamara yet, so they didn't know that they were going to have this awesome
I
1-2
don't
thunder and
know.
lightning punch.
it's interesting.
It is weird that they parted ways with him, given how good he is. But
It'll be interesting to see what happens when he's got another year on his deal to see how he feels about being in New England. If he feels like they're using him right, I mean, he seems happy. It seems like
Seems
it's working
pretty happy.
well. So
at the Archer 14, and let's see how the play worked
yeah,
out.
let's see. Here it is.
Give me that Energizer
just
Ultimate
see.
Lithium Brick.
Go,
Go, Brandon, go!
Just chaos. Chaos. There you go. And
And the
scene.
thing was, Brady hit him so in stride too.
Oh.
These two guys, like he hit him so in stride, then they tackled him down there, and then eventually the Patriots got a touchdown out of it. But he hit him for a 52-yarder and a 64-yarder in the same game.
touchdown, yeah.
Now the coverage was a little better here, but it was a great play design.
Yeah.
And Brady threw the ball 55 yards effortlessly
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that Mexico City air. But the one where he hit him for 64 down the sideline, that wasn't even fair. Like he had like 6-7
Well,
yards on the
if you
guys.
want to read more about that play, you can go to passpropaganda.com, where this morning an article was posted breaking down both of these two big plays. So,
Really?
Nick, you have a need to know more about that. I can provide it for
I
you.
do. And luckily, because I am Energizer Ultimate Lithium powered, I'll have the energy to do that when I wrap up this week's episode of Pat Show.
All right, that was the
Nice
Extra
job,
Breakdown
Extra Breakdown
Zone.
Zone, everybody. Thank you, Energizer. All right, and now it's time to
we
go from one wheelhouse of Dussault to
Yeah,
another
it's
one,
a
from
whole
the
lot of
Electro
Mike D.
Breakdown Zone.
I know.
I think I saw a tweet, and this is what prompted me to want to do this. It's time to update one of the coolest features from Pat's Propaganda, the Hoodie Database. I don't know if you guys know this, but Mike actually has been keeping track. His Belichick boner, his Pat's nerdness knows no boundaries. Mike keeps track of the wins and losses, basically the record of Belichick by the outfit that he wears. And I think we had breaking news this Sunday, right? Did we
Breaking news.
make
It's-
history?
It's historic. It's historic, really.
We have some
for
history in the
somebody.
Hoodie Database.
We kind of teased this a couple weeks ago in our season. We did, or back in August when we started doing Pat's Show, we did a season hoodie preview. And what I teased a little bit was the fact that the hoodie could, in fact, be surpassed by the hot jacket. So everybody knows Bill Belichick for his hoodie. It's called the Hoodie Database. Well, since 2013, he's been wearing this blue windbreaker for so long that now he has finally surpassed. So this weekend, we're going to put the records up here. You can finally see that we have finally the hot jacket now surpassed the gray Reebok cut hoodie, which is the one you all know him for. 43 games to 42. And crazy
I don't know how
enough,
I feel about this.
crazy enough, the record.
Yeah, right?
This is upsetting.
This is weird.
The records, I mean, last week they were tied. The exact
Nothing needed to
same
happen
record.
for you to need a drink.
Don't crush my dreams, Nick, please.
No, just crush Jack's head.
There you go. But it's just fascinating to me that they have almost the same record. Both have 10 losses now, but with this one win from the last weekend, the hot jacket is now, in fact, most games, most wins for attire for Bill Belichick. which
Wow, so
is,
now
I mean,
we
hugely
call him
important.
the hoodie. We still call him the hoodie.
We still call him the
It's
hoodie, but maybe we should call him the
Database.
hot jacket. It doesn't really roll off.
We kind of should call him the hot
Here comes
jacket.
the hot jacket.
I feel like he's evolved from hoodie to hot jacket.
But it's,
which
it's
is
a
probably the
windbreaker.
title. Isn't that the operating title of your new book about the Patriots? From hoodie to hot jacket.
Exactly.
Right.
It's but I think it's also global warming because it's a cooler option. It's a windbreaker. It's a windbreaker. Two things are
You
getting
know
too
what? It
hot
does
out
have
there.
a lot of flexibility
You know,
to it.
it's
There's a
not
lo-
as cold as it used to be when you had to wear hoodies
Right.
like every week.
And you can layer it, but the hoodie, once you commit to the hoodie is
Yeah.
definitely a significant layer of warmth.
Well, he gave us a good tease last week where he wore the 2017 gray hoodie, and in true Belichick fashion, he cut the crap out of it. He cut the sleeves off, which, you know, used to be like mid-form. Now he's short sleeving.
Now he's going up here.
And he's also attacking the collar.
Maybe Linda likes a little bit of that. Maybe she likes like high.
Just
She likes high guns and
little of the
V-neck.
chest hair.
Yeah. At least he's never like. Can you imagine what would happen if he ever came out on the sidelines like full Tom Landry, like in a suit, like just vineyard vined all the way out, like he was like on the cover of Nantucket magazine?
Oh yeah.
That would be awesome.
What the hell's going on?
And he should do it against like the Bills or the Jets, just to troll
throw
them.
them
Just
off.
like I think so little
Yeah.
because this week I'm gonna dress like a dick.
So big news. We'll continue to monitor that for you guys.
Awesome. So the
Important
hot
stats.
jacket. There you
The
go.
hot jacket.
You think you don't get any grand takeaways or don't get any unique information here that you wouldn't get on your, you know, your New England networks and all your other sports centrals? No. Only here are we going to let you know that the hot jacket is the winningest outfit in the history of Belichick. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. Hey guys, first time, long time. I gotta call in and tell you guys why I think the hot jacket is why Belichick wearing the hot jacket is contributing to global warming. Thanks. I'll hang up. I'll wait for you to tell me how to feel about stuff.
We can
Sports
dream.
radio.
We can dream.
One can only dream. All right, moving on. Let's take a moment now and give thanks, if you will. It's the Thanksgiving episode. There are a couple of cliches we have to live up to.
Yes.
The Patriots are obviously not playing on Thanksgiving. You, as NFL fan, or just person who doesn't want to talk to all of your in-laws all day long and deal with your mother-in-law in the kitchen and whatnot, you're looking forward to the football, right? It's a great chance for friends and family to sit down, get fat, watch football. I mean, it's the first thing you think of. When you think of Thanksgiving, football is usually like within the top three, right? You think of like a favorite food.
I know. It's weird because it's like it's only when the Patriots really play. Like the other games, I'm always just like, oh, and the games will be on, and I never end up watching them. Like they're always just kind of on in the background, and then maybe I'm like doing like a turkey nap at like 4 o'clock,
Right.
you know.
Are you an early eater, by the way?
No, but I mean,
these
I'm
families that
all
eat at
day.
2:30 weird me out. Like, who the hell
Yeah.
has dinner ready
Well,
at 2:30?
I think if my mom's watching,
Am
I
I
think we're
70 and do I
watching-
live in Florida?
We're
What the
eating
hell?
at 2 o'clock, I think.
Are you?
I think
Really?
Yeah, sorry, Mom, if you're
Do you guys
watching.
eat early? Are you guys early eaters? Early eaters?
Yeah.
You can eat again later.
Yeah,
I
and then
know-
you have
I-
the leftovers.
Right, but you know what it is? I do too much snacking.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, too much brie.
hot jackets. I need to stop.
You
I
gotta
gotta
switch to
stop
the
the
hot
snacking,
jacket.
and I gotta just do the early eating.
Yeah.
Right, because the sandwich is the best.
Yeah.
We're gonna break down our favorite foods and desserts and everything else later too, just because we're the worst, but and they're the best. But the sandwich is the best because that's the only thing. Like the plate's a mess,
yeah.
the plate's a disaster, but everything on the sandwich.
Yeah. If you Capriati's, by the way, they make a turkey sandwich, like with stuffing and cranberry. They're
Yeah.
not even sponsoring us. Like that's
Right.
You can get Thanksgiving sandwich anytime.
Thanksgiving
at
sandwich
Capriati's.
is the king.
Patriots place.
But the Pats haven't played on Thanksgiving since 2012.
Yeah.
Correct. And of course, that was the night of I think everyone's favorite Thanksgiving memory, the butt fumble.
The boot fumble.
That's right.
Yeah. That was
Was it Brandon Moore? Will Fork shoves Brandon Moore
Yeah.
into Mark Sanchez, who knocks himself out by running into another grown man's ass. He falls down, fumbles the ball. Steve Gregory picks it up. Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth and millions of Americans who are all in diabetic comas and home making turkey sandwiches, preparing for the night sweats and the dishes tomorrow before Black Friday are just amazed. Greatest Thanksgiving memory, I think, of all football memories.
Yeah, that whole game was really, there were, I think then like they
49-14.
fumbled the kickoff right
Yeah.
after that, and Edelman
Ass
took it in.
whooping.
It was just a total like
That was the
meltdown
end of
the
Rex having
group.
any chance.
Yeah, that was
it.
kind of the last hurrah for Rex. I mean, it's funny that season there weren't a ton of great memories, but like that one, that kind of stands like
The 2012 season was like
2012.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
lost the AFC Championship
to Baltimore.
To Baltimore, yeah.
Beat Houston in the divisional game. Who cares? I don't know.
Eh,
Yeah,
I know, but that was great. Other Thanksgiving memories, they played in 2002. In the Brady era, they played in 2002. Super meh game. They won 20-12.
Yeah.
I like the 2010 game. Sean, what was his name? Filled in for Matt Stafford, who was hurt. Sean, not Sean King. Not Sean Penn. Is that my football? Is that my football over there? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. And he somehow threw for a bunch of yards.
Threw
as
for a
did
bunch of yards and got up
everybody.
early on the
Yeah.
Pats. And then the
Yeah.
Pats offense
Just stormed.
went ballistic in the second half. There was that bomb to Deion Branch where he like shoved
Oh,
the
yeah,
defender
right down
away
the
3
sidelines.
times.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Yeah,
That was a good game.
I think,
2010 against the Lions. That was a good game.
What I miss too is the red throwback uniforms. That was like the stupid thing with the NFL, and they can't have multiple helmets now, so they can't wear the Patriot uniforms anymore. That was always one nice thing when they would come out in those throwback uniforms, which they need to bring back. I also think they should bring back, I think we've talked about this before, the 90s unis, which I was watching Curtis Monk's Football Life last night, and he just looked so good with the big Patriot Elvis on his shoulders, you know, like, I mean, I'd love to see those uniforms again.
I
And you
would
could keep
love
the same
them to
helmets.
do that too, like
You know?
the Color Rush uniform. You want to sell some alternate uniforms, like give us the Pat the Patriots back,
Yeah.
or like the '90s ones with the the more
Totally.
royal blue and the huge numbers and the giant shoulders,
Right?
shoulder Elvises. Those
Love
are great.
it. Love it. Same helmets too. So
I miss those.
let's open it up.
Exactly. You could totally do that. That would be a nice little retro action, and they would be able to push some merch on us, and then they'd be able to sell counterfeits of it in China, and then one of the ball boys would get arrested for it, as Ian pointed out
That was a
earlier.
long story.
Those are some. Yeah. Anyone else have any great Thanksgiving football memories? I mean, it's always the Lions. That's the best game this year too.
Dallas.
The games this year go in order of like must watch, I'll watch, and why watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's kind of like a little pre-playoff game action there. The Lions hosting the surprising 8-2 Vikings, and then you've got the Chargers, who should be way better than they are, but like Parcells says, your record says what you are, and you are what you are, and you're a 4-6 team. And then you've got at the Cowboys. Ugh, what a mess.
Yeah.
Just got pantsed and
Yeah.
whipped Sunday night by the Eagles.
They're having a good time down there in Dallas with all
that's
this
great.
Jerry
I
Jones
feel
stuff.
I feel so bad for Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Robert Kraft, you pussy. I'm going to show you what to do. No, you're not. No, you're not. The whole rest of the league's going to turn on you, you jackass.
Yeah. Did you
Jerry
see
Jones.
Jonathan Kraft on the pregame show? They're playing the audio of that a little bit. They asked him about the Jerry Jones thing, and he had a very pointed throat clear, and then basically said, when this was happening, the ball deflation thing was happening to us, he just said, basically, take your medicine. And we went on and won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So take your medicine, Jerry.
Oh, I love it, Jonathan Kraft.
Yeah.
Oh,
Diplomatic, but, read between the lines.
Thanks to you,
Yeah.
Nice.
Jerry Jones.
yeah, Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones with his, like, Lexus car commercial wind tunnel face. Hi, I'm Jerry Jones. I'm Jerry Jones. I'm mad about Zeke Elliott. Damn it, I'm really upset about that. We have a question?
We do actually. We have somebody asking us just where to get the game, which is great.
Fantastic.
It's Tudor Games, which is TUDOR. It's right there on the board. But they sell them. They're all brand new. They have all the teams. You can buy different packages. They are not a sponsor of the show, but we enjoy it. I brought it home. My kids were having a great time playing with it. There's all kinds of rules and scoreboards and
And then
everything.
Dad said,
And then I
"Hey,
said, I'm taking it to the studio.
Yeah,
for
hey,
that,
sorry,
Joe."
kids. I hope you. I'm
still
glad
ask me about it.
I'm glad you love what Daddy got, but now Daddy, the grown-up, has to take his little electric game to the Facebook shoot with Fitzy. So, sorry. Go back to playing with your Star Wars.
You're a horrible dad.
Hey, and while you're at it too, in case you guys are looking for some early Christmas gifts, Black Friday sale coming up at store.townienews.com, where you can get the new holiday edition of the Let's Party sweater.
Yeah.
And you can also get the Butt Fumble shirt. It is back on sale. All of our shirts will be on sale this weekend, so watch out for Fitzy's Wicked Piss Black Friday sale at store.townienews.com. And hey, if you want to stay fully caffeinated for your Black Friday and then some, why not visit another one of our show sponsors, Joey Kramer's Rockin' and Roastin' Coffee. It's music to your lips. Put in the promo code PATSHOW and you'll get 15% off your next order. rockinandroastin.com. All right, it's about time that we wrap things up. Do we even really need to preview Patriots Dolphins?
The Patriots
Do we
are going to
really?
beat them bad, probably.
Okay.
But what's your prediction?
All right, my prediction is the Patriots win.
I'm going to say
There.
Patriots
Gonna go on
200
that
to
limb.
0.
200 to 0.
It's
You
my
know
prediction.
what?
It's my prediction. You can't. That's what
Look,
I'm saying.
all right, Matt Moore usually, he's pretty good. He always plays the Pats wellish. They had that game a couple of years ago where Logan Mankins had to play left tackle. They got up early on him. Brandon Marshall had a couple touchdowns, and the Pats stormed back and won, I think, won by like 10.
Yeah.
Last year, there was the game where Michael Floyd destroyed that guy and freed Edelman for the big run. They won 35-14.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry hates the Pats. He'll catch a couple passes. He'll probably get a 15-yarder thrown on him for trying too hard or for like a cheap shot.
I will say this though, like I always feel like there's when the Patriots play a backup quarterback, they always seem to do uncannily well against the Patriots defense. Like
course
it's
they do.
always you're like, who's this guy? What the
Right.
hell? And for some reason, and you're like, well, Belichick just wants to let him make the mistake. He's not going to attack the shitty quarterback. He's just going to let him be shitty on his own.
Right.
There's always the talk we get into when it's like, oh, AJ Feely comes in and those random guys.
They usually,
who's the guy with the
usually
Colts?
make their money.
The guy with the Colts in 2011 or 12 when before.
Oh, they came there and had the massive comeback. Was that Drew Stafford?
It was just like one of the most terrible players. I don't even remember, but
Or
it's just
some Orton or Dan Orlovsky
Dan
or something.
Orlovsky.
Dan Orlovsky.
That's who it was. Who
Good Lord.
he's for 300 yards. I don't know. That always seems to happen. It's
Well,
kinda
no, and Miami, they traded Jay Ajayi, which still surprises
that
me. That was
one,
Adam
yeah.
Gase sending a message like, hey, you guys in this locker room, you think you're ready to win? Well, I'm going to tell you what, you're not. I'm going to trade our starting running back right now to let you guys know that we are going to be very comfortable well behind New England in the AFC East, all right? So there's your message I'm sending to you right now. Surprisingly for a team that's supposed to have a badass line and a big old pass rush with Sue and Cameron Wake and the boys.
Just never happened.
And when Kiko Alonso.
Kiko.
Yeah, Kiko, Hawaiian for overrated.
You just hope that he does it. That's like the big worry.
It's going to come back to bite me in the ass. I know. I'll be singing a different song next week for sure.
You just don't want Kiko to bust anybody's heads or ACLs.
They'll be all right. They'll be. I mean, but they'll be able to move the ball against them. Like the
They'll
Dolphins.
be back home. They've been training for 2 weeks in elevation. I mean,
Over
they
the
better
last
be
3
ready to
games,
do
I
it.
think the Dolphins have given up close to in the last 3 weeks, they've given up almost 120 points, 41, 45, and 30 points.
The Patriots are coming home to some home cooking.
Right.
Right after
well
Thanksgiving.
rested. Brady's going to get that vegan turkey. Man, he's going to be ready to
Good
play
luck.
with that organic pumpkin pie and everything. Speaking of which, we'll want to wrap up this week's episode with a super Thanksgiving-y top 5. Mike and I brought our 5 favorites, Thanksgiving edition. I got my 5 favorite sides this week on the Hot 5, my Hot Jacket 5. I think if you're gonna rank sides, right? If we're gonna we're not gonna do power rankings like top 5 teams NFL, top 5 teams
Top
in the AFC,
5.
top 5. I got coming in at number 5, jarred cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I always need it.
Can
And
it.
listen, I like a good homemade cranberry sauce as much as the next guy that
I don't
humors
want chunks. I want like that jelly.
humors
stuff that you
grandma's chopped cranberry. I
You
love
like
it.
dump it out and it's like.
It needs to come. It stays in.
This down.
I know.
It just like drops and kind
Right.
of jiggles, and you're like, oh yeah.
It's delicious on its own. I think it tastes just fine on its own, Clark. It's great. You can spread it. It spreads it's like the only condiment I would actually rank as a side dish.
Right? Well, again.
And then you can't make the sandwich without it.
Yeah, and that's
Mayo on one side,
Capriati's.
cranberry
They
on the
put it
other.
right in the sandwich for you. There's-
Yeah, are you
know.
on the take from Capriati's?
No, but
or
I
something?
should be.
Are you
I'm
trying to get a-
available.
You're trying to get a sponsor?
I love it.
The only Capriati I knew before this was at the
Jennifer?
tennis player. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this her place?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't know. I mean, there's no
If it was
tennis theme
Jennifer
to it.
Capriati's, it would be called the Chubby Ground Swing. So. All right, that's 5. Number 4, crescent rolls.
Yeah.
I don't eat crescent rolls often enough, and they're so lardy and so crispy and so
you just
buttery.
keep grabbing
and
them.
again, something else that comes out of the tube. But instead of like the noise that comes out with the cranberry jelly, you just want that like, poof, and then then the dough starts to expand
Yeah.
out. You're like, hurry, quick, get them on the pan before they eat up the whole room.
Yeah.
Number 3, green bean casserole. My mom always made the
yeah, big one.
nothing
Big ups,
right.
big ups.
Green beans,
Yep.
green beans, and then a can of the Campbell's cream and mushroom soup, and then you gotta pop that can of the French's onions, crispy right on top. Put them there.
Funyuns, man. Get the
You go Funyuns? You gotta go French's onions. Wow, who's letting
just took
Megaphone
a
guy just drink the morning away? Funyuns?
He's just dumping snack foods on top.
When you
like-
can't afford a $2 can of French's onions, you can spend 99 cents on a big grab of Funyuns. Do you need a loan or something? Can I help you guys out? This is sad. Number 2, of course, mashed potatoes. And I celebrate all varieties. If you just want to be a classic, just like spuds, milk, butter, salt, pepper, that's fine too.
Yeah.
You want to do like little sour cream and chives. I do cream cheese, roasted garlic, and then maybe like a little scallion. Oh yeah,
There you
that's
go.
the pro tip.
Yeah, cream cheese.
People use sour cream, people use milk, cream cheese, and the spuds.
That's the
for
secret to
win.
life, really. I mean,
Oh,
I think you're like,
so
just use
good.
cream cheese, it's going to be better, right?
Right, just like Coach Bobby Finstock said in Teen Wolf. You follow those simple rules and everything will be cream cheese, man. And number 1, the GOAT, the Tom Brady of sides, cornbread stuffing.
Yeah, stuffings.
No,
Sure.
oh,
Yeah.
what do you mean
I
what?
agree.
Cornbread stuffing.
With Funyuns on top.
With Funyuns. Yeah, it's gonna have Funyuns. It's gonna make that funny noise.
You just put Cheetos.
Yeah.
Actually, Cheetos on
And
that
you eat
one.
it, and it's like an air horn in your mouth. That's actually the noise from behind the bathroom door at about 9:07. All right, so now there's top 5 sides.
All right.
I love that turkey is easily like
It's a side.
12th on every
Yeah,
turkey.
it's just kind of the glue holding it all together, you know. But you need a nice, like, good hunk of white meat, you know.
Are you a deep fried smoked turkey or just a traditional roast guy?
I'm all.
I celebrate them all,
you know,
too. I
I'm
love
like,
them
I'm like,
all.
let's get a little of the fried, let's get a little of the cooked.
Deep
And I
fried-
don't really taste that
deep
much of a
fried is
difference,
great,
to be totally frank. But
Deep fried. Best turkey ever, deep fried turkey. And you use one of those injectors and you take a little like Frank's Red Hot and inject that into the breast. So it's got a little extra
Yeah, a little
right
kick.
there. And then you put some Funyuns on top of it and you wear your hot jacket. Oh!
Yeah, your red hot sauce, right?
all right, I guess I'm
All right.
on pies then. I'm on
All right,
pies.
pie 5.
And so to start off, I don't know, this doesn't really count as a pie. It's coffee cake. Because
No,
I feel like Thanksgiving,
New England thing.
you wake up in the morning and it's like Thanksgiving and I'm going to eat coffee cake. Like that's just the thing that I'm going to do. So it's got to be on there. It's a
2 things we
cake,
don't
not
do in
pie.
this country anymore. Win and eat enough coffee cake.
Cinnamon, little pecans.
It's
you know.
great. Do you buy them or my mom used to make one? She wasn't the
Oh,
greatest
we
cook.
have a recipe. Yeah, we have
You
a
do.
family recipe that's it's kind of tough to make because it's sticky and you got to layer it and it's kind of hard to spread it. But you know, you just make it work and it all comes out.
Were you talking about designing a game plan, making relations with your wife, or coffee cake? I wasn't sure
three.
exactly what that was, but I
all
like it.
three. It's on multiple levels.
And pro tip too, when you if you home make a coffee cake, you have to make your own cinnamon. Like you make the cinnamon sugar.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then there's always cinnamon sugar left over. Goes great and everything. Great in the morning after coffee.
Yeah.
Great for a little pre-bake. Yeah.
Let's move on
Actual pies.
to what's my next
Number
one?
4.
Pumpkin. I'm gonna go pumpkin. You know, I
Pumpkin
don't know.
at
I'm
4.
always intrigued by the pumpkin. It's you know.
Take a bite of it and then I'm like, why
but
did
you
I do
need
this?
whipped cream, and you probably need ice cream
Right.
too, because it's just alone. You're like, I'm not really psyched about
If
this, but
anything that you're going to eat that you're not going to eat it unless it has whipped cream on it.
yeah,
is
I know.
bull.
Well, that's pretty much everything for me.
That's
I mean,
fake. It's fake. It's fake.
You put whipped cream on it.
What are you, 7?
I know, exactly. Apple pie is next. Number 3, apple pie, which is a good one. And I feel like that's all apple based. You can't have, you know, they need to be soft. You know,
Right.
and again, you probably want ice cream. And my dad, I don't.
Are you an open topper, crumb topper?
No, full top,
Yep.
the full top, you know,
Full
because
top.
I like the crust. But my dad puts cheese on his apple pie. Does
Yeah.
anybody do that?
We gotta like the
Yeah.
whole like it's when people say American is apple pie with cheese on top. Like what? I
He
don't like
does.
cheese on my
He throws
pie.
that. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I'll
go
go sweet and savory any which way.
Yeah.
Like my father-in-law makes the best pecan pie on planet Earth, and he chops up his nuts and then he puts like fleur de sel, little rock salt on top. Oh, what do you mean
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Listen, Funyuns, don't judge my salt on the pecan pie.
He chopped up the nuts. Well, it's funny you say it because I got a number 2. We got pecan pie. So I think pecan pie again, ice cream and whipped cream. You need it, but that could stand on its own. You know, just that nice
Pecan
you
pie.
know, you know, especially the good crispy pecans and
Right.
You know, that's
Chop the pecans. I'm not a whole pecan guy.
yeah, because
Chop
then
them
it gets
up.
messy and it kind of all comes off. And then drum roll, number
Drum
1,
roll
my
for
number one pie,
The number 1 pie.
grasshopper pie. Now, what is grasshopper pie? Some people might be.
I
asking
looked
right
this
now.
up when I saw Mike's Pie 5.
Yeah, and it's a family recipe thing, but it's a very simple recipe, which I guess I could probably post if people
What?
want
All
me
right.
to.
Would anyone watching Pat's show, you know what we'll do? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll do it. We'll do
I'll
it, we'll
post
do
some porn pics because I'm going home tonight to pre-make sides to bring with.
Grasshopper pie. It's so basically it's just an Oreo crust, and then it's a marshmallow, whipped cream, creme de menthe kind of mixture that you dump in it and then freeze it, and it's
Finally.
just beautiful.
Finally, you've got fluff and creme de menthe. Finally, a favorite of the kids and your drunk Aunt Sally together in one.
That's why it's number 1, baby. It's
I love it. It's like I can get drunk and have a little childhood treat at the same time. I'm gonna call an audible and make a grasshopper pie this year.
I'll send you the recipe.
Post
It's
Can you
amazing.
put it up on the Facebook page?
I
and
will
tweet it out?
absolutely. We'll
Okay.
put it up on the Pat Show Facebook page later today, and you guys, I highly recommend. It's very easy and it's very not healthy and delicious.
Nice way for us to punch out after the pie 5 and the side 5 will of course be our last segment, your moment of gridiron zen upon further review. This week it also ties into, because we always have to do the week in 28-3. I don't know if you heard about this, but they demolished the Georgia Dome. People called this the demolition of the Georgia Dome, the implosion of it. Only as Pat's Pulpit put, which I thought was absolutely perfect, only the second biggest implosion in Atlanta this year. There's that funny video that went viral yesterday of a Weather Channel guy filming the implosion
I know,
of
and
the
then the
Georgia
truck
Dome. They've
just
got the
comes
shot
right in front of
perfectly.
it.
And then the MARTA bus, which is the regional transit of the Metropolitan Atlanta Regional Transit Authority or something like that. I don't know why I know that. I don't know what order the show is, but I can tell you what MARTA stands for. Pulls up right in front of the shot. So all you see the entire time the Georgia Dome is imploding is the friggin' bus. But somebody on Reddit found a genius put the final audio of Super Bowl 51 to the implosion of the Georgia Dome. And I'm going to tell you what right now, it is a mouthful of cornbread stuffing with a slice of grasshopper pie and Funyuns on top. Let's watch. Funyuns!
Toss the right.
It's too good. It is perfect every time.
Another look to make sure. James White driving.
Oh, what a fun episode.
Oh, man.
I love it. Sorry, Atlanta. It is the gift that keeps on giving. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to our very special Thanksgiving episode of Pat's Show. You can follow us on the tweet box at Pat's Propaganda, at FitzyGFY. Have a wonderful time with you and yours. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the sandwiches. Sprinkle Funyuns on top of everything with a slice of grasshopper pie and Tom Brady. It'll make the world go round. For our friends here at Media Boss, for the good people at Jack's Abbey, Energizer, Advanced Lithium, Rockin' and Roastin', our pals at Tester who did the theme song, everyone, the Comfort Dogs and more, thanks for watching Pat's Show. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. Go Pats!